Dragon, rock the DragonCon hype. No. Fuck you guys.
It started real good.
I feel like it would be better if you didn't phase out unsure at the end, like DragonCon.
No. See, that makes it better. Fuck that. The unsure makes it better.
Oh, fuck you. Give me another clap. I'll do it again.
I think the unsure makes it better.
I don't give a shit what you think, Tim. If I cared about what you thought, I'd kill myself. That should be our opening. Sold. Tim, I'm kidding. Relax.
I just didn't have a comeback. I didn't have a comeback.
I literally had nothing to say. Fuck. All right. Take two.
Take two. Go with take two.
Dragon, rock the DragonCon hype. Yeah. Welcome back to the Hateful Geeks. This week, we've been talking about it every couple weeks, but now we're really going to focus on it. DragonCon! Convention season. This is the Tuners. I can't wait to go and get sweaty in Atlanta with you.
And 60,000 people.
Welcome back to the Hateful Geeks. I'm one of your many hosts, Phil.
This is Sweeney.
I'm Andy. And this is Tim.
And this week, in the spirit of what is to come, so to speak, your
Charles Dickens.
Loyal geeks have decided that we are going to be focus firing on conventions. Big part of geek culture. All of us have been in the trenches before, and we want to bring you a top five convention shit. All of us brought our own top five to the table, and we're going to let Sweeney kick it off this week. Top fives, shit about conventions, DragonCon's coming up. Go, Sweeney, go.
Give me your spirit fingers.
Jazz hands, bitch.
Sweeney. Well, I'm just kidding. All right, so I wanted to kick this off right because every year we go, there are things you have to do at DragonCon. So that's going to be my top five. Is what to do at DragonCon. Now, there's many things that people might offer you to do. Just say no.
Stop that. Why don't you paint our listeners a picture of DragonCon, so, what it is to us?
So DragonCon, and I think we've said this before, DragonCon is by the fans for the fans. It is 100% about us. You go to San Diego Comic-Con, it's more about the stars, more about the vendors, more about going there to see all the people and buy shit.
It's the glitz and glamour.
Yeah. Well, it is in California. Right.
It's Hall H.
So even more glitz and glamour.
It's to wait in a line, to wait in another line, to be then sold on
a picture, an autograph, whatever.
Something that they're dishing you.
Fans. Now it's about the fucking the TV
industry.
and the movies. It's all about the industry.
Right, exactly.
They took over.
You get releases there, and you get coming out this season. Yeah, trailer. DragonCon is pretty much 60 to 70,000 fans all get together in downtown Atlanta in the Peachtree Center. There's 3 connecting hotels, and it's a nonstop party from about Thursday to Monday,
Tuesday, Sunday.
So
Monday morning if you're really hardcore.
Right. So you're pretty much just there to drink, dress up, hang out with nerds, possibly buy some shit, and you'll see the occasional star there. That's DragonCon in a nutshell.
Yeah.
It's a party.
It's true.
It's a party.
It is a big
If
party.
you sleep more than 10 hours in the entire week, then you're there. You're a fucking scrub.
Pretty much, yeah. We usually get
more than 10 hours. You're looking around
3, 4 night, maybe.
I got more.
Whatever.
Apparently, I got some sleep while we were getting ready for the con.
Yeah, Andy fell asleep one time. Literally, he's like, I just need to rest my eyes for 30 seconds, just wake me up. And I'm sitting there drinking in the room with him. I'm like, cool, man, whatever. I'm watching TV, and then all of a sudden I hear the behind me. I'm like, motherfucker.
He grandpa'd on you?
He grandpa'd me.
He woke me up, though. We went out and
I was like, get up now.
All right.
Wake up.
Everybody needs a good DragonCon buddy. You need somebody there to keep you going, push you in the right direction, make sure you don't go to jail, or at least bail you out.
Right.
There are rules. There are a few rules.
There's one rule.
1, shower.
Please.
Multiple times a day. Please. Get plenty of liquids amongst with your alcohol and some food. Everything else, fuck it. Do whatever you want.
Well, there's a giant food court attached to all this.
What are you talking about? Rule number 1 of DragonCon is what happens at DragonCon stays at DragonCon.
No, it needs to be showers. I've walked by some people and I just stop. I'm like, dude.
Yeah. Anyway.
Y'all funk.
Yeah.
You got the funk.
Well, you know, it is Atlanta and it is like 90 degrees there in August. And people are walking around in outfits that are not exactly made for heat. AKA my Predator, which is made entirely out of latex.
I'm gonna make a low hanging fruit joke and say the funk of 40,000 years. Vincent Price in Thriller. God damn it!
Nice try.
Please understand my reference.
I got it.
Okay, good. I said it was low hanging fruit.
This wasn't funny. Anyway, so while you're there, you should be there. Come to the DragonCons. See the geeks. We will all be there. And things you must do. All right.
Top 5.
So top 5 things to do while at the DragonCons. Number 5 is people watch. Please do not be a hermit. Please do not hesitate to talk to any of your fellow geeks because they're all there for the same fucking reason. They're all there to have fun, and they all really are enjoyable to be around. So please don't be weird. Don't be disrespectful, and just have fun. Go around, talk to everybody.
I'm gonna people watch the fuck out of DragonCon because like drunk people are just hysterical.
Oh, it's amazing. And they're all like
drunk
geeks.
people will be everywhere.
I don't want to just talk to. Don't get me wrong. Like talking to people's great and all, but like there are some people that I avoid, which is gonna when we get to my top 5. It's
well, yes, there are people to avoid, but
yeah, like what? So yeah, like events to do at DragonCon.
Events,
things to do at DragonCon.
We're only on
5
people.
Yeah.
We're only at 5. I got 4 more.
Give them a chance.
All right.
Now, for me personally, this is my top 5. So we'll get to the things that I say you should go do. But that number 1 for me is don't be sheltered. Like go out and explore.
Why are you going to a fucking con of 70,000 unwashed dorks if you're not going to talk to nobody?
I've seen it done.
Okay. Waste of money.
Right.
It's a waste of cash, in my opinion.
Exactly. All right. Number 4 on my list of all the events that you may not want to go to, is the art building. There is a giant building of local and people like can bring all their shit in. That are artists, books, comics, drawings, sculptures.
Drawings.
Drawings.
It's our artist alley.
Artist alley, yes.
Hello, my name is Simon.
And I like to do drawings. Chiggy monkey.
It is pretty cool.
It is.
We stood in quite a line to get in there because it's air conditioned.
Yes.
But there was a lot of cool art in there.
Yes. And it's all people that it's like a giant vendor hall for artists. Instead of like people selling shit that you can buy anywhere, this is their own personal collection that they've made, collected, whatever. Go see it. It is a long line. You will, but it moves fast. The problem is getting in line and waiting for the doors to open. Once the doors open, it goes quick. Because there's nothing to hold you up. You just it's a big ass, room. You walk in and everyone just keeps moving, flowing around, look at all the shit. Cool shit.
I'm always down to look for some new art pieces in my house.
Yeah, it's always I'm gonna do cool art too. Like you have from fantasy to cartoon style to anime style to books to whatever. So I mean, different, weird. No, sorry, not weird. Eclectic portraits and designs that people have made themselves out of like Barbie dolls or whatever. Like there's some really unique things in there.
There's a massive amount of variety. It's from all over the country. People come to this convention. You're going to find art from all walks of life. Mm-hmm. And if you're if you're here at a convention for comic books and nerdery and sci-fi and fantasy, then you're probably into art on some level. Mm-hmm. Hit the artist alley.
Yep.
Yeah,
exactly.
Number 3.
I was just saying, I plan on doing that.
Yes.
And like, I need some new art pieces and movie posters for my house. So that's my plan.
Yes.
G-rated. Yeah, I'm looking at you, Tim.
G-rated art?
G-rated. Yeah, I know you. No, you're going to go, straight to the guy who does the heavy metal art. I know you.
How? Like, why?
Bikini-clad barbarians and titties and chicks banging dragons. That's Tim. I've seen your house, Tim.
Sure.
Chicks banging dragons.
Sure.
I've seen that
It
YouTube channel.
happens.
Anyway. Number 3. Along the same line of the Artist Hall, there is the Walk of Fame. Is that what you call it? Or what's not the Walk of Fame, where all the actual famous people come. What's it called?
Oh, the like the Celebrity Hall.
Celebrity Hall.
They're all
go.
set up to do their autographs.
So you might be discouraged to go in because you think, I don't want to pay for anything. Well, to get in the Celebrity Hall, it is free. You can walk in and you can see all the celebrities. You don't have to pay for anything unless you want to stay online and actually pay for an autograph. Unlike, most conventions where you don't really get close to the artist without paying something, they're all there. Every single one of them will be in there.
I've got like 4 people that I've already written down I'm going to get autographs for. Ric Flair being one of them.
Woo!
Because I don't know how long he's lasted on this world.
Well, I think Nick Frost is going to be there.
Yeah.
George Perez.
Perez.
I'm taking some books for some friends. The last time I went, the comic book artists were actually in the America's Mart, is where the vendors hall is.
They were in a separate room last time.
And if you want to buy, they'll bring prints and their own stuff. And it was like $25-$40 for their print, and then they would sign it. But I had my own comics free.
Yeah.
They just signed them for free.
Sweet.
And they'll chat you up and everything. They're really cool.
Yes, they are. And again, you can just go in and see all of them too. I think last time I went in there, I saw the Black Ranger from the original Power Rangers. What was his name? I don't remember his name, but he was there. And also,
his name was Zach.
Michael Rooker was there.
He was running around. He ran down to Ernie Hudson. And
Michael Rooker wasn't the Black Ranger.
He's the Black Ranger. Mastodon, motherfuckers.
But yeah, Michael Rooker was there. So we saw Michael Rooker. We saw Ernie Hudson was there. And then you see like Eliza Dushku's always there.
Just my favorite Slayer.
So yes, you can go see all your favorite people without actually paying any money other than what you've already paid to get there, which I think is an awesome benefit of the con. So definitely go into the Celebrity Hall. Number 2. This is for me.
Take a number 2 on this.
I think this is for me.
Go on.
It is your top 5.
It is your top 5.
I know as soon as I was saying this, you guys would be like, well, no, duh. But drink. Drink as much as you want because everybody there is going to be drunk. The cops are not a little more lenient with that many people there. You're not going to be like cited for public intoxicants.
You're talking about Atlanta.
Keep it in the hotel.
Right.
Yeah,
don't go out
keep it in the hotel.
Like, dancing in the street.
Says you. Fucking.
Well,
I'm going to do that dance.
Oh, shit. When was it? It was...
Oh, God. He's trying to remember something.
Yeah. It was the year that I did the Dark Knight Joker, and I was in the nurse outfit.
Yeah.
And I was...
That's a fucking image.
Plastered.
I was right there with him.
And I had a makeshift little detonator, and I was leaving one hotel and going to the other, and I stopped in the middle of the street, turned around, looked back, and I'm like... pushing the detonator, shaking it, and a cop just looked at me and just started laughing. He was just like, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, shit.
That's not my favorite Andy Nurse Joker moment. My favorite Andy Nurse Joker moment was at Marcon. And Andy and I are sitting like chairs across from each other, like in the lobby near the bar. And like all these fucking plebes are getting off the elevator, right? And he's sitting there with like his legs spread wide ass open, this Nurse Joker costume, trying to relax, drunk as a skunk. And this like 8-year-old kid just stops dead in his tracks and like deer in headlights Andy. He's like, huh? What?
Just stared me down. He started
and Andy
mean
just
mugging
looks
me.
He just mean mugs the shit. He's like, you blew up a hospital. You tried to kill the Batman. He like just looked at him like he fucking killed his puppy. The mom comes by and just puts her arm on the shoulder. Like, come on, honey. Like, yeah, you better run. This guy's crazy. He didn't do shit. He just sat there. This kid like is probably traumatized.
Clowns do that to people. Yeah.
Clowns not crossing their legs, wearing a skirt, and
if you can,
cojones.
bring your own alcohol.
Yes, I was gonna say that's what I was gonna get to is if you get down there and you have not brought some with you, you will pay, or unless you get there early enough. Because once the con starts, the stores around the con will jack up their prices. Like, I mean, $20 for a 6-pack. Like, it's stupid.
So if you get
what
there
do you
Thursday,
do when you're flying in from across the country, though?
There is an alcohol store that is between the host hotels and the Sheraton, which is another host hotel, but it's not connected. So you walk to the Sheraton to get your badge.
Yes.
And in between that walk is an alcohol store. And they keep their prices pretty much level all of Thursday. Now, if you try to go in there Friday or Saturday, you're going to be paying double, triple.
Yep.
There is a CVS
Inside the Peachtree Center.
Mm-hmm. Their prices stay the same the whole time, but they'll usually
sell out.
But they don't really sell
out.
liquor. Yeah.
They sell beer, but they'll sell out pretty quick.
Yeah.
No, don't worry, gentlemen. The second we hit hotel, it's liquor grabbing time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So just stock up.
That's liquor first, then our passes.
To complete number 2 on the list, stock up. All right. And then number 1 for me, and I know it's not for Tim, so, whatever, fuck him. But
I'm a curmudgeon bastard.
There is a rave every night at 3 a.m. Do not go to bed early. Do not crash. Go to the fucking rave. Because it's not like, creepy rave where you're going to get humped unless you're me. You get humped.
Yes, it is. It is the creepy rave where you're going to get humped.
So, yeah, I last rave I went to, I think 3 guys came up to me and tried to dance with me. And I was like, no, please stop.
You're not that pretty. Shut the fuck up.
Did it not happen?
Yeah, I believe it happened.
I was there for at least one of them before I was just like, peace out, I'm going to bed.
Marshall, Annie, and I were standing behind him, and guys would just walk up behind Sweeney and just start dancing right up behind him.
Right,
we're just like, Jesus.
Right up on his butt.
I hope you get blacklisted by the entire gay community at DragonCon if they hear this episode.
No, I was very
this
polite.
Guy thinks he's hot shit.
I just told him, like, no, thank you, please.
Fuck that.
No, thanks.
No thanks. Hey, and that goes for everyone. Don't just start grinding on somebody. It is a convention. There is cosplay, and there is a famous... Cosplay is not consent. Being there is not consent.
Right.
Hey.
Even a woman that's dressed like scantily clad because that's the costume that they chose, which is fine, does not give you the right to be all creepy on it.
Asked to take pictures.
Right.
Like, we'll get there.
We'll get there.
Oh, yeah. Gonna get creepy.
Oh, yeah.
He's already excited.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So that is my top 5
to Paris
things
on the dance floor
of DragonCon that you should do when you're there. Who's next?
Andy's next.
Doing it.
All he needs a list. Hold on a second.
Yeah, I wrote it out. I got to remember. It was one of those days.
Don't worry, I wrote mine out too.
Did you have to adjust your spectacles?
It's just one of them days.
Oh my, these words are so hard to read.
Bullshit.
Oh my God.
You better quit talking that shit.
Are you guys quoting Limp Bizkit?
Yes.
Please stop.
Everyone just stopped listening.
No. Although they are broke enough, they might sue us.
If they could afford a lawyer, I'd be amazed.
All right, Andy,
I would cease and desist on that alone.
So what got me to go to DragonCon was I joined back in
1993.
02.
Oh, okay.
So
That's 2002, not 1902.
For all you listeners.
Yes, 2002.
Space Odyssey.
I joined the 501st. I'm a massive Star Wars fan, and I always wanted... Like, Halloween is everyone's favorite holiday. If it's not, it really is. Shut up.
This is Halloween.
So I always wanted a really good costume. So I started to research it, and I got into the 501st, and I started costuming. And this is when
What's the 501st, Andy?
The 501st is a Star Wars bad guy costuming club where all of the costumes to be a member, there was only 2 criteria at the time. I don't know what it is now. I'm not very active. You had to be 18 and older and have a film accurate costume of somebody from the Empire or a denizen of the Empire.
Denizen?
Yeah.
Denizen.
Denzian.
Isn't that where you went to school?
No, I went to Denison. What the fuck?
Did you add a Z in there?
Yeah.
Well, denizen.
There is a Z in there.
I know.
I didn't add it. It literally is there.
So we now know that Andy didn't go to school. Continue, please.
So, where was I? Okay, so I joined the 501st. And I'm doing all the local, like, Columbus, Ohio conventions, and I'm, like, loving it. Like, you get to go, you're dressed as your favorite character, people stop you for photos. And then I start hearing, oh, there's a really big costume convention, because DragonCon is very costume heavy.
Yes.
Like, you will see some of the greatest costumes ever. So friends are like, hey, you should come down to Atlanta. I'm like, all right, I'll go. I'll give it a try. So I get there and I'm costuming and I see just some of the greatest costumes ever. So my top 5 is
Far as the eye can see.
favorite costumes seen at DragonCon.
And the clouds parted and angels dropped down.
Number 5. 5. Cosplay is not consent. But some of my favorite costumes are those who are very accurate in their scantily clad costumes.
God, could you say it more creepy?
Could you sound like you sound like a fucking Amber Alert wingman when you say it.
No, I'm saying
Jesus Christ.
DragonCon. So
Do you have a van with shag carpeting?
No, after 10
Is it
p.m.
dirty and somebody wrote rape on the side?
Not at all. After 10, DragonCon is very adult oriented.
Yes.
It is very cool if you want to bring your kids. But if you're there past 10 p.m., don't have your kids out.
No.
There are people in what you could call costume, they're just wearing caution tape.
It's definitely very adult oriented, but like you said, you can appreciate it because there's a lot of effort that goes into these costumes or lack thereof.
There is some very amazing skill that goes into some of the costumes that you'll see. Like there are like Boba Fett, but they sexy it up.
Sexy Boba Fett.
Sexy lady.
And to be fair, this goes for both sexes because there are some men who also have put a lot of work in to make some.
Even though it's minimal costume parts, it still takes a lot of skill and effort to make what they've made.
This
like everybody in the 300 group, like everyone who shows up
in
in
the 300 group, yes.
There's an actual
thanks
form
P90X
just for them, the DC 300, where they push each other on the forum saying, here's what I did today. What have you done? Here's me working out. Here's my progress. And they show up and they are
ripped.
Completely ripped. And I'm just like, no.
And they're ripped and wearing loincloths. I mean,
I'm gonna ask to join the group.
Shape, rounds of shape.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask to join the group with this dad bod I got going on.
Can I go as the Hunchback from 300? I'll cosplay as that.
My next one,
four,
are the functional costumes. What I'm trying to explain is you will actually see a full set of somebody in an Iron Man suit, and not only is it just the armor pieces. The eyes light up, the arc reactor lights up, the visor will actually have like little rotors in it and like will move up and open up. You will see Gundam, you'll see is it Guyver's?
Probably. Guyver's amazing.
You will see some of the most elaborate costumes. And they're amazing. They are amazing.
So much effort went into them, and whether they had someone make it for them or not, it's still the skill that went behind them is stupid good. Like we saw War Machine one year with an actual minigun that rotated, moved around, like it was fucking sweet.
Yeah. There was one con. I think it was here. I think it was Wizard World here that someone had the Hulkbuster. That was awesome.
We've seen like a Reinhardt from Overwatch, like full size. Like it's pretty epic.
That might be my next costume.
They're really good. You will know where they are because you will get to the Marriott and there will be a sea of people like in an arch form just holding their cameras up, taking pictures. And chances are it's either a really good costume or a sexy lady, sexy boy.
We will be there.
Again, be more creepier.
That's from Chad
And we're going to
Vader.
be there in
Yeah,
that
Chad
sea of
Vader did
people
that.
interviewing people in their costumes. We're going to be there with our cameras and interviewing and getting the skinny, if you will, on people's efforts and their costumes and who they is and what they is.
Waiting on you, boo.
All right.
All right.
I hear like a noise in my headphones. I don't know
I'm
if
starting to
anybody
hear
else
it. I
hears
hear
it.
it too. It's like a white
It was
noise.
throwing me off. Yeah, a little white noise.
It's fine. Just keep
Okay.
going.
Next.
Move on. Continue.
All right. Comic book costumes. For those who have not been, usually on Saturdays, Fridays and Saturdays, if you make your way to the Hilton Hotel, there is a set of steps in the back, like these big giant concrete steps.
Mm-hmm.
And every single big themed group will schedule a time that they go out there and do a photo shoot. And you could go out there and you will see Marvel. And it is just a giant, massive Marvel theme.
And it's every character. Like
Every single character you could think of. And the year that I did take Venom down and I made it out there, I was about 4 people away from Stanley. So Stanley actually came out and got into the photo.
Nice.
And I was standing there and everybody's like, did you talk to him? And I was like, no, because Stanley did not create Venom. So I was not going to go up and be like, hello, sir.
Why?
Hello, sir.
Why not? It's Stan fucking Lee.
No.
I
there
know
was
you
just
didn't create,
yeah,
man.
there was
what,
no...
What, you fucking Pinocchio?
No, there was just no chance of even getting near him out there.
Plus,
Once
Andy at that point was melting. So
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The photo was done.
That's fair then.
No, that's just one of my pet peeves of when people take their Amazing Spider-Man 300 to Stanley and they're like, please sign this. It's like, why? He didn't create him. Jesus.
nerd.
There will be DC photo shoots.
The one time we went, you were Batman, I did Nightwing. And we were out there for a while. And there was like, I don't know, 80 plus maybe.
Yeah. A lot out there. When was it? A few years ago, the Marvel shoot, James Gunn came out, did a shoot with him. So you'll see a shit ton of really good comic book characters. You'll see, again, with the elaborate, I've seen like a Hawkman where the wings actually open and close. Lex Luthor in his mech suit.
His armor suit.
Purple.
All
Purple and green.
Repping that purple and green.
every single iteration of Batman you
Oh,
could
yeah.
ever.
Sometimes they combine
to see.
like just every Batman from like the 50s all the way to comic books.
Yeah.
What's your number one?
My number one,
Number one.
because it started it all and I mentioned it, Star Wars. Star Wars costumes down there never fail. It's awesome. Like, I never get tired of seeing a mass of stormtroopers. Seeing a stormtrooper is kind of cool. You're like, oh, look, it's a stormtrooper. When you see like 80 to 100 stormtroopers marching in like order and everything, it's impressive. Even to this day, it's still impressive.
Yeah. Go to the parade. You'll see every section of the parade has like its own theme, and you'll see like Star Wars, and it'll be like stormtroopers.
Yeah, the 501st is always in the parade. They always have a big presence.
My favorite is seeing like all the different body type Vaders. Like you've got like really tall, like lanky Vader, then you've got short, squat Vader, and then you've got like kind of in the middle Vader.
Yeah, one of our-
then you got sexy lady Vader.
Good Friends does a really good Vader.
Yeah, because he's like
6'8".
Yeah.
I kind of want to see if there's any mashup ones.
Mashup?
So I'll give you, for instance, someone at San Diego that I saw had the Darth Vader outfit, but it was a Trump helmet.
That was
Accurate.
that was fucking Mark Hamill.
No,
Oh, really?
he trolled everyone.
Yeah.
What?
So
I thought you said Mark. I read an article that Mark Hamill showed up at San Diego Comic
Mark
Con wearing.
Hamill kept posting on Twitter, I'm at Comic-Con. Here's what I'm wearing so I could be in disguise. But those of you paying attention to my Twitter, if you see me, you'll know it's me out there. After Comic-Con was over, he was like, fools, I wasn't even there. He was trolling his fans the entire
It's
time.
good. Yeah, like I want
Mark Hamill.
random mashups like that.
Yeah.
Oh, there's always mashups. Like people are really, really ingenious with some of their mashups they do.
We did a little mashup,
We did?
which we'll be wearing. So Sweeney and I will be there in our Predator,
Oh,
the alien Predator. He's sitting there like, what mashup?
What mashup?
So
the outfit that's like 5 feet away from you.
yeah, so Sweeney's Predator suit, the armor in the biodome is based on Boba Fett, and my biodome, and if there is some armor, barely.
It's more rags.
Yeah, looks like he killed it in Tusken Raider and used his guard. And we will sweat the fuck out.
Yes.
I'm not going to handle you motherfuckers while we're doing this. You guys sweat and get a heart attack, you're dead.
You're dead.
You're dead.
So
I'm
this
your
year,
handler again. All right, that's fine.
so this year we got very lucky. Our hotel room is in the Marriott. So once we have our costumes on, all we have to do is ride an elevator
Yeah.
down. And we're
Last
there.
time I went and wore the Predator, I had to walk up a hill,
You walked like
Oh,
2
Jesus
city
Christ.
blocks
Yeah, I forgot about
and it has lifts in the feet, so like
with no traction.
no traction, and it was bad.
Bad planning.
But it's awesome to wear. I love it.
It was fun.
That was your number. That was your.
So
your
Star
number-
Wars was number one. So that's my favorite costumes that you'll see there. But
that. Number one?
it is like, it's hard to explain to those who have not been the scope of
It is.
the amount of costumes that you will see. Like
It is amazing.
This is a very heavy
Heavy.
costume convention.
This is like the
Heavy.
greatest Halloween party
It is.
on like PCP.
So those who are
Times-
like, I'm
times
not wearing a
1,000.
costume.
And also, like, if you go out and don't just
Five pooper.
I wouldn't say just wear your costume to like go like walk around and show off. Like if you're gonna go out into like a party, like have a comfortable costume to wear because you never know who you're gonna run into either.
Yeah.
Like I ran into Nightwing's creator just bullshitting around waiting for a picture.
Marv Wolfman.
Yeah, we were waiting for Marshall to wrap up on his pictures, and we're waiting, and I'm Batman, and he's Nightwing, and we feel somebody put his hands on our shoulders and said, "Can I get a picture?" And we turn around, and it's George Perez. So he stands there, and his wife snaps a picture, and
That's
we're
awesome.
just geeking out, and
Yeah.
he walks away, and we're like, we didn't even ask him to send
Like,
us that
can you
picture.
come back?
You guys literally like nerd deered in headlights.
Yeah.
And didn't,
Oh,
like,
it was.
Oh,
Oh, we were like,
Wow.
did that
That's amazing.
did that happen?
Yeah.
I wish I had gone that year. I would have.
Yeah,
I would have called you out.
It was
on
awesome
that.
because like he'd been drinking obviously
back here.
because everyone drinks there.
Yeah.
right.
He's like
He was
just walked up to us. Hey, we're like, oh hi.
And that's
Oh,
one
hi,
of the
George
coolest
Perez.
parts about this convention. Like everyone is very approachable,
yeah.
relaxed, chill. Everyone is just always open to like being like, "Oh, that's a
Yeah,
sweet costume. How did you make this? Where did you do this? What did you do?" Like everyone just talks shop. Everyone geeks out about something at some point, and you will get sucked into a conversation
I
about
ran
it.
into two of the writers from Mystery Science Theater at the one I was at 3 years ago, and I bought them drinks at the bar.
Yes.
I was like, here.
Have some.
For all of my hours of entertainment.
Have some.
Here.
Have some.
All right. So we're moving on to Tim.
We're moving
I
on to
believe.
Tim.
Tim's
Wow.
top five. Tim's top
Tim's
five.
top five
Trim.
coming to you live.
Anyway, so conventions have moved from just like comic books to like pop culture, obviously.
Right.
And that includes like action figures and now like Funko Pops.
What are Funko Pops?
The things you see before you. As far as the end behind Philip, far as his basement wall can go.
Obviously, the four of us have a serious fucking problem.
Slight
There's
obsession.
an issue. I've bought so many Funko Pops that I'm out of room in my
I
house.
even hid the My Little Pony ones over there.
Some people freebase heroin. Other people buy action figures in a box.
It's all an addiction.
So mine is the top 5 licenses that I want Funko to do Funko Pops of, just the Pops.
So this is licenses
Because
that do
there's-
not exist.
There's one license that I'm going to say that they have done in their like vinyl idols or whatever, but I want Funko Pops.
Boo.
Yeah, I want Pops.
Pops.
Pops. First one is
I don't know
one-
if DragonCon does exclusives though.
I don't think they
DragonCon
do
does
now.
not.
No.
DragonCon does not get exclusives, but in the America's Mart, the vendor hall,
There's
there will be as many pop vendors as the eye could see.
yeah, there's just
There's a picture of me, I think, on our Instagram of just staring at a wall of pops.
Yeah.
It's like
because there was one where it was like halfway to the ceiling.
oh, it was ridiculous.
It was ridiculous. Like one of those like tall like T-shirt ones that like go. It was like that, but it was Funko Pops. And you're just like, what? Yeah.
Excuse me.
Yeah. Like,
pop. Heavy breathing.
Yeah. Anyway, like this is one of my favorite action movie series. I want to see Lethal Weapon. I want to get a Riggs and Murtaugh.
Yeah.
I want Riggs and Murtaugh
With
real
the
bad.
dog.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's a third one. That'll be a later set of the Lethal Weapon. You got to go the first set.
Yeah.
And it's got to be Riggs and Murtaugh, and there's got to be a combo duo one where like there's a fucking car going into their living room during Christmas.
Right, yeah.
And then another one of Riggs fighting Gary Busey on the front lawn with water everywhere.
And with Christmas lights. Does he choke him out with Christmas lights?
Yeah,
I think.
yeah,
Right?
so.
Yeah.
Funko, call me. I've got lots of these.
Right.
Send us free shit.
That was number 5. Number 4, this is the license that they've made like Funko or Vinyl Idols or whatever crap. But I want Pops a Young Frankenstein.
Like
Just Gene Wilder.
Yeah.
The Creature.
Yeah, it's like it's okay. Confession time. That's my least favorite Mel Brooks film.
That's my favorite.
See, I
God damn it.
I would put Spaceballs up there. Darth Helmet Pop.
That's number 1.
Barf.
See, that's because you're bigger
Lone
on
Star.
Star Wars than I am.
Not in here, mister. This is a Mercedes.
That's because you're bigger on that. Like I like the old Universal classic horror movies. So
All right.
I get it. Why?
I get it.
This will probably get silence, just like Young Frankenstein did. But I grew up watching reruns of this like 6 o'clock in the morning on TNT, and I want an Underdog Pop.
Up and away.
That's
I don't think that's what
No.
that's
That's just me.
Underdog.
No,
does.
okay. Up and away. God damn it.
I fucking quit. I quit geekdom. I quit this show. I quit. You know what? I'm going to become a lawyer. Fuck this.
I don't know. I don't want to know. I'm out.
Bye,
Sure.
Alicia.
This is an old number 2. This is an old show. But I would like Funko Pops of Cheers.
I'd see Cheers. That'd be pretty sweet.
I could do Cheers.
I want Norm real bad. That's like that'd be my number 1.
Oh.
Yeah.
You and all the ladies.
I want Woody. Like I want like a Woody and Sam. Woody and Sam.
Woody and Sam. And number 1 is the Venture Brothers.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that
Like,
has to be in the works
that-
somewhere.
you-
Somebody.
like,
It's
think.
just ripe because there's so many characters in
Yeah.
the Venture Brothers. that
Very
it's just-
surprising they haven't done that one
Yeah.
yet.
I need the Monarch. I need 21 and 24. I basically need like
I would get
everybody
the
from
whole set.
Sphinx.
Yeah, I would get the whole set. Hank, Dean, Brock,
Brock.
Dr. Orpheus.
Oh god.
Now the same.
Yeah.
You were saying that they have a license, but they haven't made pops of stuff, but they've made vinyls. I've seen the vinyls of Lionel and Mumra. Have they done? I don't think they've done.
Did you
pops.
say Lionel?
Lionel.
Like Lionel Richie?
It did sound like you said Lionel, but like
Lionel.
yeah. I mean, I don't know about that.
I don't think they've done
like,
Thundercats.
they've done the Panthera.
Yeah, Panthera, Chitara.
And then the same like Idol series they did Seinfeld, but they've never done pops of Seinfeld.
They've done Dorbs, like the
Or
Dorbs
yeah.
yeah.
of
Dorbs.
Thundercats, but they haven't. I don't think
I
they've
like
done
the
pop
vinyl. Like Dorbs is my least favorite Funko product. Its pops are number 1. I'm liking the vinyls. The vinyls, if it's based on like Rick and Morty vinyls, look amazing because the animation style fits that. When they try to make a human vinyl,
they're not really for me, but that rock candy that they do.
So for those
I
of you,
do like the rock.
For those of you
candies.
that never seen a Dorbs, this is a Dorbs. I don't know how close you can get to it, but it's like a freaking squinty-eyed.
They're all smiling.
They're all
and
smiling.
It's like an even
they're a
chibier, armless version of a pop fig.
Yeah, I know. I'm done with this shit.
Nope.
So you're down for the swag when it comes to conventions. You're looking for all the swag, all
swag
the pop
bag.
figs. Feed your addiction. That's what you're. Dealer's room. That's where you camp out.
I have set a certain amount of money aside for like pops and art and like movie posters and stuff like that. Sure. No. And apparently, dragon titties. According to Phil.
Oh.
Tim's going to be at the artist alley in the fucking creepy fantasy section.
Dragon
that one.
titties.
Dragon titties.
I didn't know dragons.
How the hell does that protect? How does a fucking chainmail bikini protect anything? Not a goddamn thing. But Tim's going to have it like a fucking mural.
It might prevent a shark from biting off her boobie.
Red Sonja is a badass.
She wears nothing.
I was just about to say a really, really perverted Red Sonja joke, but I'm going to leave it to myself.
You're done.
You're done.
That just like goes off on.
Do it.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
I'm not gonna do it.
I am your good conscience. Don't do it.
For fucking once, this guy is a good conscience.
Something dark side.
something complete.
All right, Phil.
Take us home.
All right. Well,
Bring the hate.
I think the three of you have successfully painted out a lot of the awesome and really fun things that draw people to conventions. But no convention is without its negatives, and you're one of your humble hosts, Phil, is going to bring the warning. I'm here with a warning, and my top 5 is the top 5 worst people that go to conventions.
We have like a button that makes a noise.
I thought we were going to have a soundboard.
Shh, I'm working on it.
Okay.
Someday. If you fit into any of these categories, then you need to rethink your behavior when you go to a public place. There is a lot of people. There's not a lot of physical room. Your manners and how you act and how you present yourself in public at a convention are noticed. It does not go unnoticed. And if you're going to be the butt of somebody's joke for a week, then all right. Number 5, the convention is a free daycare, parents. If you show up to any con with 2 or plus children and you do not properly parent your children and you expect the horde of nerds to do your parenting for you, you're going to have a bad time.
Yeah, I don't want to trip over your child.
No.
Yeah, no.
Now, nobody's saying you can't bring your kids. The conventions during the day are some of the most fun you can have with your child. But you got to keep an eye on them. You want to do a group costume with your kids? Definitely do a group costume with your kids. But you can't let them run crazy. A lot of these costumes people are wearing, they put a lot of time, they put a lot of effort in, and a lot of them can be fragile. Some of them are actually like dangerous. Like there's metal on some of these things. So just keep an eye on them. Make sure they're not pulling on wings or grabbing capes or punching Voldemort in the dick and running away and shit like that. Just if you're bringing your children to be you got to be a helicopter parent. That's just how it is.
We did. We covered DragonCon. If you're going to take your child to a con, go to like a Wizard World or a small local. Like take them to something local and small. To me, DragonCon has always been, even though it gets adult oriented more towards the evening, even during the day, you're going to see some more adult.
If you're a parent, you're bringing your kid to a convention, know the convention you're going to, know the nightlife, know the type of people that are there, know what they're actually doing, and just be prepared. Like educate yourself. Just don't listen to like little 3-year-old Billy who's like, Mom, Dad, I want to go to San Diego Adult Expo. Like what? Probably not a convention you're bringing your kid to. So yeah, just please, like, if you're bringing multiple children and you're doing fun shit, just be a good parent. Be a responsible parent. That's it. Awesome. Number 4, the I claim this bench in the name of me and fuck all of you guy. There is always that one or sometimes 15 assholes who finds the one comfortable area in the hotel or the food court or pick a fucking location and puts his 15 backpacks and his fucking water bottles and spreads the fuck out, pushes 4 chairs together, makes himself a little fort, and people are coming over like, hey, can my 90-year-old grandmother who decided to dress like hot girls sit down and fuck you, this is my space.
Yeah.
Like that guy.
And
don't be that guy. It's not your fucking chair. It's not your area. Be respectful and let other people share the places to relax.
And in that same vein, if you go to the food court and you eat,
get up and go.
Get up after you're done. Like there's only limited chairs. Like you cannot just sit and wait and talk. I know you want to talk to your friends, you want to relax, but like people want to sit and eat. So
I think most of the time we take our food back to the hotel.
Yeah, usually.
There is nowhere to sit.
I don't feel like sitting on a mall floor and eating my mall Chinese food.
Dude, get it in a little to-go bag. All of your food court places will let you get it to go, and you can take it back to your room. But yes, do not sit and socialize and suck up a place in the food court. Other people want to snack and move along as well. So yeah, same vein as my number 4. Yes, my number 3. I'm sorry, were you walking here, guy? And that's the asshole who's like chilling on his phone in the middle of a fucking hallway or like a walking area, places where people are like, traversing to get to another location.
Yes.
Like, I'm glad you ran into your fucking like BFF from like 3rd grade and you guys both decided to come as Hank Venture. Good for you. But move the fuck off to the side and have your conversation.
This is especially
the guy with the 15-foot Sephiroth wings wants to get through, and you are blocking the fucking hallway.
This is especially true in the skywalks. Do not stop in the skywalks.
Christ. Those fucking skywalks.
Stop, and it's the same thing. You're like at a fucking like supermarket or something, and like don't just stand in the middle of the aisle. Move off to the side. Once again, be mindful of your surroundings and people around you. Just be cool, be respectful. You are not the most important there. Stan Lee is the most important person there.
Yes.
You are not. Respect him. He can stand in any fucking hallway he wants.
He's 94 years old.
You can't.
Even if he was 10,
on.
he can stand that.
Right. Stan fucking Lee.
I will literally make everyone else stop and be like, look, it's Stan Lee. Nobody's going through this door. Oh, God. My number 2.
Who does number...
Cosplay... Sorry?
Oh, sorry. I was going to say, who does number 2 work for?
Cosplay shamers.
Yes.
As we've discussed, as Andy brilliantly discussed, DragonCon especially is a very costume heavy. And you're going to see the gamut from the Yaya Hans, like the holy shit, like you basically do this for a living cosplayers, to the I just really love this shit and I don't have a lot of money or I don't have a lot of time or artistic ability, but I really just love this character type of costumes. Cosplay shamers, people who walk around judging other people, acting like assholes, putting them down because it's not canon, or they didn't put $3,000 into their fucking Majin Buu costume. Just respect other people's costumes and let them have fun because they're there to do the same thing that you are. Love the convention, love the topic and pop culture, and they tried. They fucking tried, which is more than we could say for some people going to this convention, right, Tim?
And I feel like I have something to add to every one of your things, but I'm sorry. But also don't be the douche that does the body shaming. Don't do that. Yeah. Not every Superman's gonna be super fit. Not every Wonder Woman's gonna be super fit. Do not judge them based upon their body types. Stop.
They are a fan of something. They are expressing their fandom how they want to.
Right.
It's not your place to judge, critique, or pick somebody apart because you don't like how they portray it.
Right.
So totally,
holy shit, we're all geeks, man. At some point in time, you got picked on when you were a kid for something, and you know how it fucking feels. So just cheer them on. Maybe if they feel good about what they did, they'll even put more effort or do something else in the future, and they'll keep growing and becoming a better. Not all of us came out of the fucking came into the costume world with full working Iron Man suits. Not so some of us, you start small and you grow, and some people get really passionate about it.
And this could be their first costume. This could be their first con, and if you
don't ruin it,
if you ruin it for them, you're just scared off a fellow nerd that's never going to return because they got made fun of.
It's one of those situations where we're hateful geeks, but we hate in the name of good.
Right. We hate you because we're good.
We hate haters.
I'm hating on the haters. Like, leave the fucking cosplay kids alone. If they tried, awesome. If they didn't, better luck next year. But
Better luck
don't
next
be
year.
Better clock next time.
better fuck off. All right. This next one, I'm very emotionally invested in. I'm very passionate about this. My number one. And there's no middle ground here. I'm not going to fucking like tiptoe through the tulips or walk on eggshells. The unwashed Yetis. If you show up to a motherfucking convention that lasts 5 to 6 days, you better shower and wear deodorant.
Yes.
I don't give a fuck what your physical condition is. You can bathe and you can put on deodorant. You don't go to your fucking job like that, do you?
I hope not.
You're going to walk out of your fucking hotel room, be clean. I don't care how long your beard is. I don't care about any of that shit. Just don't smell like a butthole. I have to get on an elevator with you. I have to be in line with you. I have to be within an uncomfortable physical presence with you.
At all times.
I'm going to bathe because I don't want you to look, oh, there's that fat, smelly guy with a beard. I saw him yesterday. He was fat and smelly then, fat and smelly now. Nobody wants to be that guy. I'm going to be bathing twice a day, when I get up and before I go to bed. If you're not doing the same thing, get the fuck out of the convention right now.
Right now.
Right now. I don't care if you're a fucking brony. I don't care if you're in a Doctor Who. I don't even care if you're a fucking Trekkie.
Oh.
If you clean, you can stay.
That's saying something.
I do care if you're Deadpool.
I do care. And I do care if you're a furry. Sorry.
There will be those. There will be
Not welcome.
furries.
They're teach
Not
them.
welcome.
Whatever.
And there will
But yes,
be 80 million Deadpools.
There
Just
will be.
fucking quick stick that shit. Little body spray,
Plus-
whatever, little axe.
We don't want whatever germs you might have either. So, like, bathe.
Yeah.
Yeah, before going,
Is that not what I said?
ingest on a lot of emergency, any coldies, anything that you could up your vitamin C,
Yes.
and bring a lot of hand sanitizer because you and the other 70,000 people are all touching that railing on the escalators, on the stairs, the same doorknobs.
You don't want to come home with con crud.
You will get con crud, and it's
This comes also, this is like a subsection B of my number ones. If you come down with like the herpesiphilates the day before like the convention and you're not fit to be around human beings, if you won't go to work, then you shouldn't go to a con if you're that sick.
Right.
That is the rule. If you're like, oh, I spent so much money, like, cool. Well, go ahead and like start Be Patient Zero. Go ahead and like spread that shit
Start the
across the
zombie
nations.
apocalypse.
Be that guy. And when you're on the fucking news, like, dude, I didn't want to miss Stan Lee.
I just came down with a little Ebola. I'm fine.
And practice safe sex. Wait.
Just a little leprosy. Fuck off. Is that my nose?
One thing like my pet peeve when it comes to people at DragonCon is the creepy photographer who only takes pictures of women
when
in
they're not
cosplay.
even noticing. That's what I
Not
said.
noticing or not.
The women who
It's
are
for my
dressed
website.
as Vampirella, the women
professional.
who are dressed as Red Sonja, the women who are dressed as Power Girl, they like having their picture taken. All you have to do is ask.
Right.
And it's always with the guy with yellow teeth and a ponytail to his ass.
Just ask them.
And don't
it's
touch.
Permission.
Yeah,
No,
don't touch.
never.
Don't touch, and don't touch
That's what I'm
costumes.
saying. It's like permission or not. Like he's always just this person's always just taking pictures of the women.
The whammon.
It's a matter of respect. It's the same thing. You go out in public. You don't take somebody's picture without permission unless they're a cop, and you don't go up and just touch people without
Right.
permission.
No.
You don't do that. Andy said it best. Cosplay is not consent.
Right.
And that's for
So
every
We had
gender, because when you were in yours last time, you stopped and some guy was like, "Hey, that's a really cool costume," and the first thing he did was start pulling on your dreads, and I was like, "Stop!"
Right.
Like it's cool to admire.
Yeah.
Don't touch those because they will rip off.
However, I'm gonna touch all three of you.
Okay.
If you don't have a costume on, you're not allowed to touch me.
Yeah, I think last time I went was like 2 years ago, right?
Yeah.
There's always a Facebook page for all the fans at DragonCon.
Oh, there
was a groper.
Fashion police.
There was a groper that was walking around just like groping people, and it was like, dude, don't be that guy.
Yeah.
Oh God, I completely left them off my list. All right, sorry. 0 for my top 5. The free hugs people.
Oh,
Fuck you.
nobody wants
I don't
to
have
touch
anything
you.
else. Fuck you.
You know,
if you were sitting there with a
sitting
free
here and I
hug
realized
sign,
I only did 4.
What?
Yeah. I counted down
We'll
5,
share
but I
it.
only did 4 because one of my other favorite costumes is the joke / spoofs. You will see some of the funniest people in costume down here. And some people that are just scary accurate. Like I've seen a Zach Galifianakis that looked exactly like
Zach Galifianakis.
Zach Galifianakis.
did he have 2 ferns behind him?
He had like baby.
I was gonna say, I think it was Hangover, Zach Galifianakis, right?
Hangover, like he had the baby strapped to him, and you will see.
Because I'm saying I would totally do a Zach Galifianakis if each of you would dress like a fern.
Between 2 ferns.
That'd be good. All right, so we learned 2 things tonight. Andy can't count, and
1, 2, 5.
awesome. So yeah, cons, super fun. We're gonna have a great time. I'm really excited because this is like our con of choice. But yes, be wary as well. You know, play it safe out there, kids,
Yes.
and watch out for that creepy Uncle Steve.
Watch out for
He's out
random
there.
men walking up into you, asking you if you want to go up to the room and do Molly.
I'm bringing my whistle. I don't know about you guys. I'm gonna be safe.
I'm coming.
I'd say
Get some Molly.
there are 3 cons that I've always wanted to go to. That's Comic-Con in San Diego, the New York Comic-Con, and DragonCon. And I just keep going to DragonCon because it's so much fun.
It is.
I think this will be like my 9th.
This will be my 2nd.
My 3rd.
It's my 3rd as well.
C2E2 is getting up there for me.
Where's that?
Chicago.
I've always wanted to go to.
Chicago
I've always wanted to
Comic
go
Entertainment
to
Expo.
what's it called?
E3.
Yeah, I definitely want to go to
Yeah,
E3. I've been to Gen Con a couple times, which is because I love board gaming.
Yeah, we've gone to Origins. Origins is a big gaming convention.
Oh God, what is that? Goddamn! Oh, Adult Expo, Las Vegas. I want to go to that convention.
What is that one called?
What's that one?
I'm not even gonna fucking wax about it. That would be a fun time. I would just.
What's that one with all the sex toys and the women?
I would cosplay still in like a comic book suit for that fucking convention. Still, I would show up as Wolverine.
I'd show up as-
like, hey,
I'd show up as Cockknocker.
Cockknock. Oh God, we need to do our guy. Yeah, gentlemen, we need to do a Cockknocker, Chronic, and Blunt Man. This needs to happen.
I could do it.
Tim, since you don't do costumes, you can just sit around.
I'll bite the bullet and be what's Orgasmo's sidekick.
Oh God, the fucking Choder boy.
No, Choder boy. Fuck it.
I'll do it.
I'll do Choder boy.
I
could
even
be
loved
Sancho.
a very easy costume at Tim. I said for this year, just get a fucking white lab coat, kind of ruffle up, like kind of start to rip some jeans and everything, green contact lenses and some green paint on like some veins, and you're just Bruce Banner just about to turn. And he was like, that's a really good idea. And I was like, I know. He's like, I'm not going to do it.
That's actually a really good costume idea with like the least amount of effort.
Right.
You don't have to even hit that effort button. You lazy fuck.
They
What are
even
you
sell
doing?
the contacts there in the
They
vendor's
do.
hall.
I bought some.
You know what?
Yeah.
Yes.
Scratch that. I have a top 7 now. 0 subsection B. People who go to costuming conventions who don't costume. Why are you there? Why are you there, bro? You perving on people? You a narc?
Do you even
You a narc?
costume,
Let me see
bro?
your badge,
costume,
motherfucker.
bro. You in
Dude, let me-
cosplay,
do you
bro.
even- let me see your badge, officer.
God, I hate the word cosplay too.
Well, you know what, buddy? You
I know
can't
it's caught
deal with
on.
it.
Too fucking bad.
It's out of my hands. But
It's there.
I did. Everybody's like, "Oh, what are you into?" I was like, "Oh, costuming." And they're like, "Oh, cosplay?" No, costuming.
It's cosplay.
I'm not out there playing.
Same fucking.
You kind of fucking
Nah,
are.
playing
Dude,
a
you are
character.
playing. I've literally
One
watched
time.
you do it.
One
Oh,
time
one
is when
time.
I was.
Just one time I played
Because
Marvel.
that's what, like,
just one time.
I did a Darth Vader costume, and people would come up and be like, "Oh, I'll do the choke and everything." I was like, "No, I'll just stand here and
are
like
you
do his voice." I'm like,
smoking a-
"Nah."
Were you smoking a clove through the helmet? Be like, fuck this.
Like,
Were you
no.
emo
You
Vader?
had the voice modulator, didn't you?
No, I had the breathing.
Oh.
But in the
Which
Nurse
one of these
Joker,
buttons do I hit to make your mom come pick you up?
I'm standing at the elevator waiting because you will wait a very long time for an elevator sometime. Well, most of the time you're going to
Yep.
wait. and I'm waiting and waiting, and sometimes the doors will open and there will be no room for you, so you got to wait some more. And the door opens, and there's just enough room for me to get in there, and I'm kind of swaying back and forth, all jokered up. And I finally get into the elevator. They make room, and I turn around, and I'm still kind of swaying. And this guy goes, "Are you drunk or in character?" I'm like, "Yes."
Yes.
I think there was one point where you guys were waiting for the elevator, and I just said fucking took the stairs and beat you.
Probably.
Yeah.
All right. So before we move on to Hateful Grateful today, gentlemen, let's just go around. We'll do some quick tips and tricks, like life hacks for DragonCon.
Con hacks.
For example, hydrate. Bring a water bottle.
Yes. Camel pack if you can.
Camel packs are awesome. Yes, especially for alcohol.
Yes.
Very important, especially nowadays. Bring a backup portable charger for your phone.
Yes.
So you can plug it in while you're walking around, so your phone don't die, because you need that probably.
in this day and age.
Carry cash.
Yeah.
Always carry cash.
I should probably take that advice because I need to do that.
Yeah, I barely have cash on me. I'm going to take some cash.
I almost never have cash on me anymore.
Right.
Understand street lingo. If somebody says, "Come up to my room and meet Molly," say no. Or say yes, depending on what kind of shit you're into.
I was like, was he offering us a hooker named Molly? And he was like, "No, dude." I
had to protect Andy from the predators.
Like, okay.
The predators.
I might troll them to be like, "You have my dog."
My God, it's full of stars.
It went over my helmet.
Oh, it went way over your helmet. Oh God, what else? Yeah, always obey. Yeah, obviously wear deodorant, clean. Yeah. That's an important one.
Bathe thyself, please.
Brush your teeth. Brush your teeth. Brush your goddamn teeth.
Make a goddamn song out of it.
If you are bringing a costume, be sure to bring spare and or repair parts, because things will get bumped and broken, and you'll step on something and tear it. Or
super glue. Always have super glue with you.
Yeah.
Every good costumer has a con kit. That's very important.
Right.
Just trying to think of because I don't want our listeners who go to conventions to go unprepared. I want them to be like, oh, comfortable shoes. Always have you're not wearing your fucking slicks, and you are not wearing the whatever you wear to a wedding or a funeral. Leave that shit at home.
Right.
Like sneakers, bro, and flip flops are a big no. Don't do it.
Yeah. No.
I hate feet.
It's not what I heard.
Hate feet.
Hateful.
I wear tennis shoes to the beach, and then when I get down to my towels and everything, I kick off my shoes and then immediately bury my feet in the sand. I hate my own feet. That's how much I hate feet.
You have an antithesis of a foot fetish. Whatever you have a foot phobia.
Whatever the opposite. Whatever fear of feet is.
Yeah, it's a foot phobia. I literally it's a foot phobia. Gross.
You for the longest time had I think you dropped something on your toe or stubbed your toe.
No,
you had the
yeah. My toenail's actually missing on this toe right now. I play soccer and I get stepped on a lot, so my toes fall off.
So he just has his rotting toenail over by me, and I'm like,
that's normal, dude. I had a broken toe too. I smashed my toe in a fucking door, and my nail went black for 4 months, and then just finally fell off.
Yeah, it happens, man.
I'm getting nauseous.
It's part of life. Grow up.
And then Andy, I went over and I ate it.
Mine fell off because I actually it was already black and blue, and I hit it on the tire of my truck and ripped it off.
All right, you fuckers. You just grossed out all of our listeners. Thanks for that. Now I have a fucking foot phobia. This is going down south real quick.
All right. Do get some sleep.
Some sleep.
It is over 4 or 5 days. Get a few naps in.
Yeah.
Get some rest. Nobody wants to see you hallucinating in the corner.
Otherwise, I will be more of a curmudgeon bitch than I already am.
And there are hotel parties that do occur. Just be safe. Don't go into random people's rooms.
Oh.
Yeah, and if you're going to a hotel party, make sure that you're invited, or that if you're just walking into random hotel parties, people can be territorial. Be careful. Make sure you announce your presence and say, "Hey, is it cool if I'm here? And where's the beer?"
Andy and I walk into a few every now and then.
Every now and then.
Steal beer and leave.
All right. Jesus Christ, they don't do that. I apologize to anyone from DragonCon listening.
Again, by just one time. I always have one times.
We'll go to the Star Trek party and steal their alcohol.
Our good friend Farmer, who him and I formed the garrison in the 501st for the state of Ohio, and we went to a Marcon, and we were just going room to room for these parties. And we walked into this party, and there was like maybe 4 people standing in there. They had a computer set up with like a DJ, and he's playing this music. We walk in, Farmer grabs a bottle of their booze, just starts to chug it, goes over, tells the guy that his music sucks, starts changing his music, and then we just walked right out.
If you see Andy at this convention, please just avoid him at all costs.
Boom.
Drunk Andy is fun, Andy.
Oh, yeah, I don't get drunk very often.
The last tip, you do some other shit. the last tip before we move on to Hateful Grateful for the evening. DragonCon is a party. It is a big party. And there is drinking. There is other activities taking place. Be cool. Be chill. If it's not your scene, move along. More importantly, though, if you're one of those people who like to hook up at conventions, and there are a lot of you out there,
yes,
be safe.
Safe sex.
Please.
Wrap it.
Safe. Yeah. And no falling in love at DragonCon. That's not allowed. Like, nobody wants your drama. So keep that shit. Just keep that shit on the down low.
You go to the room, you do what you gotta do, get out.
Just because you fell in love with that chick dressed like Bayonetta doesn't mean you're ever going to see her again. So
just remember to put a tie on the doorknob.
There's a reason why we talked this con up. This is an amazing convention. It's fun. It's a blast. You'll talk about it all year until the next time you go. Just have fun.
Oh, and then, sorry, go ahead.
No, that's all I was saying.
So the next and final tip is
one more.
If you want to get a room at a host hotel,
good luck.
Book it a year in advance.
The moment
this ends, start planning.
If you plan on being there the next year, get a room.
Yeah.
Make sure you do it ASAP because this shit goes quick. Minutes. How fast did they sell out last time?
5 minutes.
5
and that's
minutes.
3 giant hotels.
And they were, I clicked to get our room the moment they went on sale, and it was already sold out. Now, what the Marriott did is the moment you would book a reservation, it would hold your room, and it gave you a counter in the top right-hand corner of 10 minutes. You got 10 minutes to put your info in, your payment info in. If you didn't finish it in that 10 minutes, it dumped your room back into the population. So I just kept hitting refresh, and I got some sucker who couldn't get their stuff done in 10 minutes, and we got us a room in the Marriott.
Boom.
Neat. Make sure we get a cot. Anyway, all right. So, DragonCon, super excited. But now it's time for Hateful Grateful. Hateful Grateful. Hateful Grateful. What are you hateful for? Who's doing Hateful Grateful this week?
I did it last week, so
it's Tim.
Tim's Hateful Grateful.
Is it my Hateful Grateful?
I think it might. Organized. It's definitely not Andy.
No, I just
did it.
Did it.
So it's either me or Tim. Oh shit! I hope it's not me. If I just introduce Hateful Grateful and it's my turn, I fucked up.
My Hateful Grateful was we talked about the lack of shit at Comic-Con, so that was mine.
Fuck, it is me. No wait. We skipped a week.
It's still fucking.
It's still you follow.
Matter.
I know.
You sound like the people at work that it's like, hey, it's your turn to take notes on this meeting. We skipped last week.
If we skipped a week, then mine would be next week.
What?
I did mine last week.
I'll fucking do it.
I'll
fucking do it.
Yeah, because then we fucked this. Then we fucked this
up.
My
first hateful is our planning.
Right.
Hate.
Fucking hate it.
All right. Fuck off. I have this. I'll take it, Tim. Just next time.
Next week.
Next time, Tim will be here.
All right. Hateful Grateful. I recently found out news that, and by recently I mean like just now. It does look like we are going to be getting a sequel to the 2017 Power Rangers movie we were discussing.
I still haven't seen it.
The actual one, not Hasbro's not doing like a reboot. They're actually doing a sequel to that new like super cool sci-fi armored Power Rangers film. So it will be happening. It looks like,
nice.
But Hasbro will be helming it.
Sweet.
But they're not like rebooting and shit. If that makes any sense.
It does. So
I don't know the Power Rangers, but I actually am grateful for that because the way you guys were discussing it last week, I'm actually interested to go watch it.
do it.
To kind of get into it. And so if it's as good as what you guys were saying, it would be a shame.
God.
Like we said with the whole Green Lantern movie, even though the movie sucked, they kind of ended on that promising note of Mark Strong being so I hate when movies set up the hope of a sequel and then it all shits out.
But this is like we're treading on like very like sensitive water here. If you actually are willing to like expose yourself to Power Rangers, you want to do it right, Andy. And that's I don't know if that movie's the way to do it. We need to
ease you in.
do something else. We need to ease you in. Like we need to start you with the good shit.
We need to lube it up first and slide it in.
Yeah.
Wait a minute,
I'm going first. I don't do sloppy seconds. All right, so Andy's grateful. That's actually just kind of a surprise.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Sweetie, how are you feeling?
Oh, I'm so grateful. I actually liked the first one. Even though it was a little different on some aspects, I still really enjoyed it. It wasn't as bad as I thought it could have been. And I'm excited to see if they keep that dark, the dark twist to the Power Rangers going.
All right.
Tim,
how you feeling about that?
I mean, sure. I still yet to see the 2017 movie.
I mean, I get why Chucklefuck over there hasn't, but you actually like Power Rangers. What the hell?
I just haven't had a chance to see
all
it.
right, Andy. From now on,
because I had a chance in a year.
Andy, you introduce yourself as Chucklefuck
Whole
from now
fucking
on.
year.
This is
Whole fucking year for real. Like, you know what, Andy? You're cool. Even though you've never seen Power Rangers, we're good.
You know,
he
Andy,
has no excuse.
You're fine.
You're cool. You're cool.
We're good.
Fuck you.
You're out.
I'm out.
All right. Well, that broke my fucking heart. Obviously, I'm grateful. I rambled about Power Rangers last week. Tim, go see the movie, man. I want to talk to the only other person that knows about Power Rangers. I'm supposed to talk to you about Power Rangers shit if you don't watch the Power Rangers shit.
You're tearing up my heart when I'm with you.
Whoa. I didn't go there. I didn't do Backstreet Boys. That's and scene.
Next.
All right. Next. During Disney's third quarter 2018 financial result conference call, Disney CEO Bob Iger confirmed their plans for an X-Men, Fantastic Four, and more Deadpool movies.
Whoa.
I mean,
Whoa.
I'm still of the belief that we're going to get a Fantastic Four stinger at the end of the next Avengers movie.
So obviously we knew Deadpool was coming because Deadpool has been great.
Right.
So that's a given, right? No shit. Fantastic Four, I'm very surprised because every time they make a Fantastic Four movie, it bombs.
I'm not
cursed.
surprised with Fantastic Four, but I think they're going to give it more time to bring X-Men into the MCU than people expect.
We need to just find a way to get John Krasinski and Emily Blunt in there, and then we'll be fine.
Right.
To play Reed and Sue, like I think the stinger, like it's not gonna they're not gonna show like the Fantastic Four, but I think you'll get like a Baxter Building reference or a Latveria reference or Victor Von Doom.
Oh, that'd be so good. Come on, give us God Doom.
You know who I think would be a good Victor Von Doom? Liv Schreiber.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Well,
I could see Liv Schreiber pulling up the Von Doom and like
Sabretooth and X-Men and that movie that doesn't exist.
Wolverine Origins.
Well, I liked
Ray Donovan.
Honestly, I liked the guy from the original Fantastic Four. The guy who was also Nip Tuck. I don't remember his name.
Julian something.
Yeah, I liked him. I thought he was a good.
I thought he was a good Doctor Doom. It's just he was written.
Oh yeah,
terribly.
that whole movie was written terribly. But
Yeah.
It's too late for him.
Might be.
We must move. We must go to the future. But X-Men, Disney X-Men films, and you know what this means? If Disney does X-Men versus Avengers,
Right.
is a possibility on
As it
film.
should be.
You know what we should do as an episode after we get back from DragonCon?
What's that?
Casting Fantastic Four and X-Men MCU.
I'm hateful for our planning again.
You're hateful for that?
I think it's
I
actually
thought
a good
that was a
idea.
good idea. I
once.
like fan casting.
I misspoke.
Yeah,
Oh,
we'll do
you're
some
grateful.
casting
I'm
shit.
grateful.
You had two options and you fucked it up.
I fucked it up. As I do with every two options.
You had a goddamn 50-50 chance of getting it right.
Failed.
You're gonna be the guy that scars the wrong side of the coin.
Yes.
All right, and last on my hateful grateful list for this week, Seth Rogen is looking to revive American Gladiators.
Yes. I was hoping you bring that up. Yes. Yes.
Now,
I'm so
please,
torn on
for the
this.
love of God, how does the biggest stoner become the spokesperson for American Gladiators? How does that make sense?
Are they going to bring Hulk Hogan back to host it?
It's American Gladiators. Was he ever the host?
They did a revival 10 years ago, and he was the host. He was one of the hosts.
Oh,
Well, I don't know, but maybe. I don't care.
I was thinking
I just
the
want it
original
back.
with the
I
fuzz.
just want it- I just
No, I
want
was
it
going to
back.
say they've already tried bringing it back and it didn't work. And just
That
let
was
it die.
Yeah, that was the one with Hogan.
No, bring it back.
We have American Ninja Warrior and Ninja Warrior and Mount Midoriyama. We
I
don't
was going to say
fucking
I
need
want to see
American Gladiators.
MXC come back.
Hateful.
Yeah.
Yeah, hateful.
I'm grateful. I want to see it. I love it.
I'm grateful
I
for Seth Rogen. I'm hateful for this idea.
I want it.
Hey, yeah, took the words right out of
I
my
want
mouth.
it. I want to give it
Love
to
me
me.
some Rogan. I think he was really stoned when he came
Give
up
me
with this idea.
Give me laser. Give me taser. Give me blazer.
Whichever the one that starts banging Milhouse's mom on The Simpsons.
That was Nitro.
Nitro. Give it to me. I want it. I want those sweaty, greased up men.
Giggity. Phil looks horrified.
I won't judge.
Why are you surprised?
Are you judging?
Why are you surprised that sentence came out of one of our mouths?
All right then. Neat. And as I slowly back away,
Now I must go.
And also give me the sweaty saxophone player from Lost Boys.
Yeah.
Tim Capello.
Yeah.
Tim Capello recently did the saxophone for a band called Gunship in one of their music videos for a song called Dark All Day. Gunship is like a synth pop modern rock band that does a lot of nostalgia shit towards the 80s and video games and old school movies. And they brought Tim Capello on, the greased up dude from Lost Boys, to wail on that saxophone. Saxophone. It's actually pretty good. I'm a big Gunship fan. So yeah, if you're into some music, check out some Gunship. Anyway, well, I'll see you guys at the con, and I will not be sharing a bed with Sweeney.
Again, follow us on all your social medias. Find us on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, iHeartRadio, Google Play, Podcasts,
Stitcher,
Pixel,
Spotify.
Anywhere you get a podcast, we are there.
Yay.
Subscribe, please.
Talk to
Please,
us.
yeah.
I'll beg you.
Talk to us on Instagram.
I'll beg you.
I'll beg you, please. Please subscribe.
I'm not going to beg. All right, I'm going to beg.
You listen to us if you want to, but you subscribe anyway. Damn it.
And if you're going to be at DragonCon, please, we're going to be going around with a camera and interviewing people for the cast. So we'd love to talk to you. And if you listen to our shows, please tell us some of your favorite or least favorite moments. But no hitting. If you're mad, I'll send all of your complaints to Tim. All of your
We have an
complaints go
HR
to Tim. He's our
department.
complaint
File it with
department. Tim is head of HR.
I guess so.
The guy that says he's going to whip his dick out is our head of HR.
Look, I don't like
You
you.
can see what
All
a
right,
progressive
here's my
company
dick.
we are.
I don't like what you guys do.
I
Here's my dick.
don't like what you guys do. Y'all ever heard of a grundle?
Free ball.
Thank you for submitting your complaint. Here's Tim's dick. Oh shit! And on that note, I'll see you fuckers in Atlanta. And I'm one of your many hosts, Phil.
This is Sweeney.
I'm Andy.
This is Tim.
No, you're chuckle fuckers.
Chuckle fucks.
Chuckle fucks.
Chuckle fucks.
Chuckle fucks away.
And now we must go.
What the fuck?
What the fuck?
For those of you who
Did
can't
you just
see,
do like a
Andy
running
did
man?
Shuffled my way out of
Andy
here.
did the truffle shuffle.